Hi, I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Ty.
Welcome. Come have a pear with us.
Literally, she does have a pear.
I'm going to eat a pear while we talk.
This is our first video. We've just been doing audio, and so you get to see she really, literally does have pears.
And we probably both have faces, so it should just be audio, but,
Yeah.
there's not a good...
A face made for radio is what I've got.
Yeah, that's me too. I should maybe put on my glasses so I don't cut my hand too with the pear.
That's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I've got my glasses on, so at least I can see you cut your hand. Hey, don't do that.
Well,
Well, it might be. Yeah, and show them how thin your slice of these. Hold up.
I will in a minute. Let me get a few slices done,
Okay.
maybe. So...
Yeah, she slices these pears really thin.
Probably you want, I don't know, 10 out of each quarter or so. So you get 40 or 50. And then I kind of eat them like chips. And
Psycho.
Probably. Although I wouldn't say for eating pears, but potentially.
Maybe.
Potentially. So, how was your day?
It sucked. How was yours?
Well,
you did get to go to a baby shower today.
I did. I went to a baby shower, and
Sounded like there were a lot of people there.
there were good turnout.
I don't know if I've ever been to a baby shower, but I thought it was like 6 to 10 people usually, or something like that.
I've been to smaller ones like that, but I did catch up with some old work friends, so that was kind of nice. That I hadn't seen in a few years. These are some friends of mine that live, roughly an hour away, and I used to live about 2 hours away. And so, obviously had to move employers. But this couple has stayed friends with the couple that's having the baby, so it was good to kind of see.
So not just the couple having the baby, did you see some other old friends too?
Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
And they're kind of still in the same business, roughly, that I am in, so we talked shop a little.
So, lot to talk about.
So I'm a social worker, so, and it
with
was...
kids.
Yes, I work with kids, foster care and adoption, and used to work for an agency. I ran their school program or day treatment that was a blend of mental health and education. But they also work with the main campus that is residential and therapy and all the things. And we talked about what a mistake the state has made by switching all kids in foster care to Blue Cross Blue Shield, and they said that they finally just got paid, having to reach out to some outside organizations to get help getting paid, but the state owed them about $500,000. And they said that some of the bigger agencies...
What, they owed Blue Cross and Blue Shield $500,000?
No, Blue Cross Blue Shield owed them that they were just not paying for Medicaid billable services, and they are at least I would say, mid to large agency, and that they have seen that some of the smaller agencies are having to call and say, come pick up your kids. We can't afford to keep our staff working because we're not getting paid.
Yeah.
And so I see that's in our not too distant future at our social services as well. I think that we've got at least 3 kids that they are not getting paid for currently. And so, it doesn't take long for small mom and pop agencies that, a month or so, and that's all the reserves they have. They've got staff to pay, and you've got to feed and clothe the kids and things like that. And so if you don't have that income coming in, so it's not a matter of poor management, it's just a matter of you can't offer a service without getting paid for it for months
Yeah.
on end. And that's like, I know at least one of the group homes I talked to said it had been since February. So
A few
we got
months now,
February, March, April, we're into May.
since they got paid.
Yeah. So I will maybe follow up with Benchmarks, who is kind of a state level social work organization too. That's who they said kind of was able to help Nazareth get paid. Yeah, they said at least one larger agency in the state, Blue Cross, owed at least $1 million to.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to get help to get paid.
Yeah. And quite frankly, it's a significant enough issue that the state legislature needs to get involved, because, I mean, literally, you've got things to a point where social services are being called to come pick up kids and they don't have a place for them to go because who else is going to take them? I told you I sent out some referrals this week, and
Yeah.
when they found out she had Healthy Blue, they were like, no thanks, we haven't been getting paid from them. So
Yeah.
they wouldn't even look at her information to consider her as a placement. So, hey honey, by the way, I might be working some overnight if we end up with kids in the office.
Great.
I know, I'm hoping that we don't get there. And we're a small county, and so I'm hoping that's not an issue. But, yeah. My one kiddo that's kind of a doozy to place.
Well, what genius decided to give this to private insurance?
Well, it used to be run through VIA, and it was a matter of there were 4 MCOs or managed care organizations across the state, and they decided to centralize it. And Blue Cross Blue Shield, I'm sure, had some lobbyists somewhere along the way saying, hey, we could do this.
Yeah.
And so that's the fun in the world of child welfare.
So somebody basically took some legislators to dinner one night and said, hey, we can save you money and do this and do that, and then they get paid and they don't do it.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who or how the switch, all the inner workings, but probably. And since it is literally millions of dollars, even if they're just hanging on to it and will eventually pay these people, they're not paying them with interest, I'm sure.
No.
And
But
so,
they're collecting interest, I
yeah,
bet.
I was going to say, you collect the interest of millions of dollars you're not
Yeah.
paying out. Ding ding. And,
I'm just waiting for you to cut your thumb off. Don't worry, we'll call Blue Cross Blue Shield. Though it would be kind of funny if we had to call the EMTs back out for your thumb.
we have had the EMTs out today. They know as well. But we're not talking about that time.
Yes.
Otherwise, I think that Ty might lose his shit.
I think I've already lost it once today.
Probably.
Maybe more than once even.
Yeah. She's still awake.
Oh, the light's on. So you gave your gifts at the baby shower?
I was actually really glad. I've been to some baby showers where it was like, oh, we have to play all these games, and they're ridiculous, and like, we've got to put streamers around the girl's belly, and you have to figure out, make your string as long as her belly, or weird stuff like that. And then who wants to have their belly all groped by a bunch of people to see if their strings.
Half of whom are probably strangers,
Yeah.
or you don't know well.
So I was glad they had one little spot to write your parenting advice, and they don't know if they're going to have a boy or girl. They're being surprised, and so that was there was not a betting pool, but just a make a guess. Is it going to be a girl or boy? And then some name, a poster board to put name suggestions on. Because since they don't know if they're having a boy or girl.
Parenting advice. Don't do it.
Might be a little late for that now.
It's never too late. It's not been born. They can put it up.
This baby will be well loved, for sure. I have to say that this is one of the reasons that I love my job, is that I get to see lots of small children and play with them, and then I get to say, here you go, and hand them to a parent or a foster parent, and okay, just for visual sake, here's my stack of pears. I don't know, what's that, 50-ish slices?
Something like that.
And I'm going to eat them while we talk, too. But,
And that's why I like my job. I don't have to see children at all.
So while I had children, I made a wise decision in his youth not to have any.
And I don't dislike kids as long as they're other people's kids.
He puts up with my kids just fine. He's been a great bonus dad to them.
Well, one of yours lives across the country, so it's not a factor, and the other one's an idiot, but he's not too bad.
He's my idiot, though. I have a whole herd of them. You're my other idiot.
I know. I'm your other idiot. And these aren't little kids. They're guys in their 20s, by the way.
Yeah.
They're still idiots, but...
Well, yeah. We probably all are.
Yeah, I'm in my 50s, and I'm sure I'm still an idiot.
That's okay. We've been dealing with an idiot in her 70s today, too.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm going to try one of your pear slices, even though I don't... Not bad. I still prefer apples.
Okay, you're allowed. I like the red ones better. I did green tonight. I got a couple green.
Okay.
But the red ones are
I don't know
sweeter.
if I've ever had one of the red ones.
They're a little sweeter.
I feel like apples are juicier.
The red ones are also juicier.
Ah. That's what she said.
She did. She did say it.
Name of your sex tape. The red ones are also juicier.
Yes. The Office in Brooklyn Nine-Nine around here.
Get some water.
I would say that probably this late